My dear people, who are you? No, do not laugh, as this is a serious question. Do you really know who you are and where you are from? For Kenyans, this question is very difficult to answer. For instance, you might say that you are from the Maasai tribe, but are you a Tanzanian Maasai or a Kenyan Maasai? Or you might say that you are a Luo, but do you originate from Nyanza or Uganda? To discover the truth of our identity, it is necessary to travel back in time. Let us all imagine it is 1631 and the Portuguese have arrived in Mombasa and are living alongside the Omani Arabs and the Swahili people in the Old Town. Later on, in 1895, the British have also arrived, and now is where the fun all started, with all the different races intermarrying. The resulting children were multicultural and multiracial. The problem is that Kenyans like to describe who they are by which tribe they belong to. How were they going to separate the Portuguese Swahili children from the Omani Swahili children? Ethnicity has always meant so much to a Kenyan. My brothers and sisters, there are 42 tribes in Kenya and they all have different languages and cultures. The 7 main tribes are the Kikuyu, the Luya, the Luo, the Kalenjin, Kamba, and the Maasai. One would hope that all these tribes would live together in harmony, but sadly, to my dismay, this is not the case. In 1992, 5,000 people were killed in Rift Valley, with fights between the Kikuyu and the Luya over the ownership rights of cattle farmers. Later on in 2008, tribalism became a real serious issue in Kisumu when 2,200 members of the Indian community were forced to leave their homes because of ethnic clashes. Racial and cultural difficulties are not new. In Shakespeare's The Merchant of Venice, Shylock asks, "If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh?" It is the same for members of the tribe. Surely underneath all our skin, we are all the same. We all drink from the same river. We all walk on the same ground. Our cattle eat from the same fields. We all feel cold in the night and we suffer together when there is drought. So why can we not live together in harmony? Why must one tribe be better than another? As a Kenyan, I believe there is a solution to ethnic problems. Let us remember the words of the great South African Thabo Mbeki once said, and I quote, "I am an African. I owe my being to the hills and the valleys, the mountains and the glades, the rivers, the deserts, the trees, the flowers, the seas, and the ever-changing seasons that define the face of our native land." End of quote. If we all remember and think about his words, I think we'd be a lot safer and happier within our own nations. We should not spend hours searching the photo albums to find photos of our ancestors or try to discover where our roots are. What we should realize is that we are all Kenyans, we are all Africans, and we always will be. We are the descendants of the great African warriors, and we should all be proud of our heritage. We are all the seeds of the great tree of life, and we should shout out loud, "I am an African, and my home is Africa." The famous poem by Rashida Ismaili says, "Has anyone told you that you're beautiful, Africa? Your body and sensuous lips have kissed my soul. Africa, I am bound to you by the drumbeat of my heart that pumps the blood of my birthright, and you are mine, Africa."